So that basically is a set of subdivision construction plans. Now, keep in mind that this is in Henrico County, Virginia, and it's done by this town's site engineering. And every engineering firm, whether it's in Virginia or in another state, in another county, these plans are going to be and look a little bit different. They're going to have some of the basics, so they're going to have a cover sheet typically. They're going to have your overall site plan. They're going to have typically a layout plan, typically a grading plan, typically an erosion control plan, and depending on the project, probably road profiles and utility plans and whatnot. So they're going to have the same information. It just may be laid out differently. The order in which they're laid out may differ. There's no national standard on how this should be done. There are some typical CAD drafting standards, but every engineer kind of puts their own flavor on how these plans are put together. Sometimes the county requires certain things, like you saw in this set, that there are certain sheets that are in details that are per county. Each county is going to have its own. Just neighboring county here in Virginia, Henrico versus Chesterfield. Chesterfield has different curb and gutter requirements. Also in the state of Virginia, all the roads, whether it's a subdivision road or a major highway, all fall under the jurisdiction of the Commonwealth, and basically all the maintenance ends up being done by Virginia DOT, except for Henrico County, and they have their own maintenance. But all the other counties, and besides I think Fairfax, basically they all fall under the jurisdiction of the VDOT. So the catch basins and the storm structures and the curb and gutter are all to VDOT standards. Typically the roads are to VDOT standards as well. Henrico is one of the ones that happens to be a little bit different. But, again, what my point is that every city, every town, every county, every state in the U.S. Is going to have their own requirements and standards. So this gives you a basic look at a set of what I would call typical subdivision plans. And these are construction plans, as I said. So the information on this might be better than information on a set of design plans, right? So that's why those design plans typically will state not for construction. So it's important to really get an understanding of what's going on. And like I said, I can build and rebuild this subdivision, at least the road networks, using just the information on this plan. If I didn't have machine control, I would comp it up and stake it out and put it on my base and rover and go out there and stake out this road network to be built, with stakes and, throwing laths and blue top in the ground. But I could also build this road because I have enough detail information on the set of plans with the horizontal road, the profiles, and the cross section to actually build a model of this road network without using CAD data. Now, there's room for error there because I could, put in a number, fat finger something, but I could do it. And if I'm diligent in what I do, I wouldn't need the CAD files. Having the CAD files is going to give me an advantage because I don't have to recreate the information. But just having the CAD files, I want to point out, doesn't mean that those CAD files are accurate. What does hold is this set of plans. This is the contract document. So even if the CAD data is wrong, you have to defer to this set of plans, and the set of plans is what is going to hold. So if that road width on the CAD file was incorrect, I would have to hold the plans. Typically what happens there is we go back to the engineer and we say, look, there's a discrepancy between your CAD and your plans. Just verify which one it is. So it's important to have this set of plans that tells the specs and information. Even though we are going to, and in a lot of areas are going to what they call paperless plans, we should be able to do that, but we're still going to need some type of guidance and or details because not everything is built with machines, right? So I don't think you'll ever get away from some type of paper that is, basically a spec that is going to determine how things are built. But hopefully this gives you a good sense of what a typical subdivision set of plans would look like and how they're laid out and what information is on each sheet.